So we are going to start off talking about belief and vision again. Yesterday it got kicked off with that and taking ownership in that. And now a whole other facet to that, of course, is passing that on. Because if we are not passing on our belief and vision and passing that on in big ways, then we're simply managers. We're just managing a team then, right? So we are leaders and we want to develop leaders and have that be a part of our culture and our growth and where we are headed. So in order to do that, it is imperative that we pass that on and do it intentionally. So a lot of you have probably heard our story before, but I'm going to quickly bring that up because it is a very good example that you don't need to be a certain rank or have certain skills or have all the knowledge to pass on massive vision. When I first started, I remember getting on a career call with Tiff and Val, and it has stuck with me until this day, and I will never forget because they were simply silver, and I think Val had just hit senior gold at the time. So they were not diamonds. They had not arrived. They had not had all the knowledge or skills, but they had passion and insane excitement and belief. And because of how confident they were, I had absolutely no doubt that they were going to the top of the company. They showed confidence in the products. They showed confidence in this company, in the fact that they were learning from other diamonds and leaders. They knew the path. They were going to follow the path. And if they did it, they could too, right? If the diamonds did it, they were going to as well. So they had belief in themselves. And because of that, they also showed belief to me. It wasn't just about them. They told me, you can do this too. You can come with us if you want. And that was the start of passing massive belief into me because some of you are go-getters and that's your personality and you would find a way to do it no matter what. Fallon was one of those people. Me, that's not my personality. If someone did not tell me that I could do this and show me the way, I would not have just started doing this and thinking I could be successful with that. That is not my personality. When I started, I had people saying, what are you doing? You would never do network marketing. So it's not something I sought out. So a lot of times we overcomplicate things. We overcomplicate it. We want to have the perfect way to cast vision. What do we say? How do we, develop leaders? All these things, and we overthink it all. But it is simple if you have belief and excitement. You don't have to have a certain exact script or way to do things. It comes from you. So, what do I want to say on this? Do you want to say anything? Okay. So, you as a leader have to have the rock solid belief. You have to have unshakable belief. You have to be contagious. We are the ones that are passing that on, right? So, if it feels like you are doing something wrong, you may not have the passion, you may not be contagious. If you are not developing leaders, if you have some missing aspect there, if your people are not developing leaders, ask them questions. What are they doing? How are they talking to people? Dig deeper on that. So if you're not passing it on, you might be going through the motions. You might become complacent, right? Taking things for granted. If no one is following you, you are only taking a walk. John Maxwell said that. Think about that, right? In order to be a leader, you have to have people following you. If you are in this room, people have followed you, right? You're Ruby or above. But are they still following you? Are you developing new leaders? So reflect on that. If they have stopped, what have you stopped doing? Know where you're going. Jen Converse and I are classic for this, but we can be talking and walking somewhere at convention or wherever the heck we are, and there's people behind us, walking behind us, right, like following us, and we can get talking and get distracted, and all of a sudden we are off in La La Land somewhere where we're not supposed to be going, and the people are following us. So all of a sudden you look up, we don't know, we went the wrong way, we don't know where we're going, we're not paying attention, right? Everyone's confused. Are you distracted? People are following you. Where are you going? Are you getting people confused? They're not going to know where they're going if you're not being intentional and you're getting distracted. If you're not sure where you're going. If you're not paying attention to yourself, to your people. All right, people describe John Maxwell as a belief magnet. That's huge, right? You have so much belief that you draw people to you. It's a security, it's an attraction for people to come around you. Are you a belief magnet? So you might not be passing on vision and belief if, we're going to give you 11 things. Take it away, Tiff.
All right. So, good morning, everyone. So you might not be passing on vision and belief if you are not posting about it, y'all. You want to be posting about the opportunity, making it personal, being authentic, being excited. What does the business mean to you? Where are you going? When I started Fallon and I didn't know anything about any ranks, nothing. I just knew we were going straight to the top. And people are going to be drawn to your authentic passion about this opportunity. And I don't care if you're a guest here today and you've only afforded like a bag of groceries. When I started, I hope I'm not too loud. I feel like I'm so loud, but okay. So when I started, I got paid 24 cents, y'all. And I was so excited about 24 cents, and I don't even know where it came from. Okay, I'm loud. Okay, I'm loud. Okay, I said, don't give me the loud mic because I just talk really loud. People are like, you're yelling, girl. I'm like, I'm not yelling. All right, so I had no idea what they were paying me for, but I was excited that they were giving me a paycheck for anything because I didn't even know what I was doing. So your posts draw you in. It's not a bad thing, y'all, to talk about the opportunities. Money funds our churches, our organizations, things we're passionate about, schools, vacations. Can I hear? Okay. Schools, vacations, everything. It brings your dreams in, pulls others in. So people are going to be hungry for that curiosity if you're posting passionately about that. Another thing, are people quitting? Okay, so that's our second one here. Product users. Some attrition is normal, but y'all, people should not be coming in and they should not be leaving in 30 days. We want to set the expectations up. Hey, give this 60, give this 90 days. You need to have that vision and that belief strong enough. Don't be giving up on people and be bold. And I don't know if many of y'all know my detox story, but I started towards the end of 2014, and y'all, I spent Thanksgiving, was around the time I started, I spent Thanksgiving, Christmas, straight into the new year, literally like pooping on the toilet, okay? Like I was running to the bathroom, like on the phone every day with Fallon, like, I don't think I can do this, I don't think I can do this. Like I was on over 10 prescription medications at the time, super, super unhealthy. That's part of my story. And she did not give up on me. She said, girl, you go research every single one of those prescription drugs you're on. You go and see what you're taking. And I did. I researched it and I looked and I thought, oh my goodness, I can't be on this stuff long term.
And it's not for lack that you didn't want to quit. Yeah. You were going to quit. Yeah. So what did Fallon do?
I was gonna quit. She told me, oh no, you are not quitting. She sent me articles, one right after the other, about candida, about cancer, about long-term disease. I mean, she like shoved it in my face. Like she was like, you need to get healthy. You need to heal your body. And we know that so much disease can be prevented. We believe in these products, so we need to be passing that on to people and being passionate about that to heal ourselves.
And that goes with people working a business too, right? If they are giving up quick, you're gonna have people that stop quickly, right? You can't do it for them, but you as a leader, are you doing what you need to do, right? You need to be asking them the questions and digging deeper, not giving up on people right away too.
Mm-hmm. Thanks, the next one, our third one, was lack of showing up. I've talked about this a lot, and it's something I'm really passionate about talking about, but most of y'all know in the beginning my story. When I started Plexus, 2 months after I started, I lost my stepsister to breast cancer at the age of 38. And I could have stopped. I mean, I had every reason in the book to not do this. I mean, that was tragic. And I kept on going. I showed up. I was still doing my IPA that month when Lori Welch said, take a break, honey. And I said, people need these products. People need this opportunity. And I had just started. I didn't even know about the opportunity yet. So, I continued. I showed up. 2 years into my business, I had hit Sapphire within that year. And then 2 years into my business, my own son was diagnosed with lung cancer at 8 months old. If some of y'all don't know that. But Y'all, I was sapphire thinking, do I need to quit? And I didn't. I overcame that and I said, okay, I'm gonna show up. So I'm sitting here today to tell y'all that I'm not a stranger to adversity and struggle in this business. I'm telling you, I'm flying, I'm leaving tomorrow, flying out to Los Angeles to have my grill fixed, okay? I mean, I about ended up in jail with TSA flying here, and somehow I'm still here, y'all. So I'm telling you, I mean, I wouldn't believe it if I didn't live it, y'all. I mean, I can't make this stuff up. And I think most of y'all know me now to know she ain't making it up, girl. She ain't making it up.
I'm not even surprised anymore.
They finally love me and know me enough to know, she's truthful about this. So y'all show up, because if you don't show up, your team is not going to show up. What are you making a priority in your business? And I'm going to bet that that's what your team is doing as well. Going to convention, do you have all of your team going to convention? I'll never forget the convention right after my son was diagnosed. We had to be in Philadelphia the next day from Las Vegas, and I still flew into convention for a day to just love on my team and be present, and flew right back out the next morning to be in Philadelphia for his next set of scans. So if you want this business, stop showing excuses, show up. Be on book clubs, team calls, videos on, be present, be there, get your team engaged, excited, casting that vision. If you don't have workers who are all in, are you not creating those leaders? Talk about that. What's going on? Get them plugged in. We have amazing culture and belief, as we've been here this week and seeing. Show them that. You don't need to also be begging or dragging people, building belief by showing them. So if somebody, I knew in my business, if somebody didn't want this, I didn't want to drag them. I wanted to spend that 80% of my time with the 20% that wanted this business. Otherwise, I was dragging myself along too. I was doing a disservice to those people that I hadn't even reached out to yet. So be intentional about that. Okay, the next thing. Are you afraid of money and success? If you're not bold and you're not sharing where you're going, it's probably because you could have a little fear of money and success. I went to a wedding at Gold, and I talk about this a lot, and I'll never forget this is my story, but I was sitting at breakfast the morning after this wedding, and my husband's family, they were literally making fun of me in Plexus. And I was like, y'all, I don't really care. I mean, I know that I'm going to be in Hawaii with my Lexus, sitting on those beaches, making a six-figure income, I was like, you can come with me or not. But if I had cared enough, y'all, about what others had thought at that breakfast, I can tell you right now, a lot of us wouldn't be in this room right now. Think about your impact and what that means. How humbling is that to think about? I wouldn't have met anybody. I wouldn't be here. So this impact and what we're doing is so much bigger than us. Michelle talked yesterday, God's calling, that's what this is. It is so much bigger than products, than this opportunity. There's health, there's financial freedom there's drawing people to the Lord. And a good book on some of this is I can't tell my family that, hey, forget it, I'm gonna be in Hawaii, here's my six-figure income. But The Millionaire Mindset by Thomas Stanley talks a lot about this. And it's a phenomenal book just to kind of get your mindset around money and success right. And we weren't, like Jaime mentioned, we weren't afraid as a team or because of success. And Jaime wasn't, and I wasn't because we weren't. So all together, that's what you want to duplicate. Take people with you. Lead with strong vision. Like Jaime had mentioned earlier, we didn't know where we were going. Up, down, sideways, top, bottom. We didn't know Fallon was gold. We didn't know what gold meant. We didn't know anything. She wasn't even hitting gold. We didn't know. We're just oh, we're doing this. We're going to the top. And Jaime came with us. And when I tell you, we had no idea. We had no idea. This. But so don't, I've seen people come and go in this business and self-sabotage because of money and success. And don't be afraid of that. You can bless others. You can give back, have financial freedom, and the same for your team and family. Money is not a bad thing. Jessica Heffley also has a good podcast she started about this, if it is something you struggle with.
Amber Miller has a really good video
yes.
too. I can't remember what it's get to you later on that.
Yeah.
Super good.
Yes, Amber's one that talks about it too. So if you have some fear about that, I just dig a little deeper and find out what is the root of that, because your mindset is going to trump skill set every day. Okay, the next one we have, I think number 5. Are you getting distracted? Y'all, I'm a 7, okay? I get real distracted. I'm just happy I ain't talking about like my breakfast yet. But y'all need your vision, and that's why I got notes here. But y'all need your vision so big and so contagious that you're not sidetracked by a water bottle, by another company, by what your sidelines are doing, or downlines, rank ups, comparing, negativity, excuses. You need to leave that all at the door. And that's, being careful who you surround yourself with, your sidelines, all of that. No pity parties. Hold your team accountable. The best thing you can do for them is to hold them accountable. Hey girl, if I saw something that I thought was holding you back in your business, could I share it with you? Yes, ma'am. Okay, great. And then I like to remind them, honey, you said I could share this with you. So, that's what I do. Because sometimes they're like, girl. And that's what Fallon does to me. I'm like, I know what you're going to say, but I don't need to hear it. I need to hear it. So if you're consistently working in this business, y'all, you don't need to work for just an iPad 1 month. Because you're going to be able to buy yourself, I could buy myself, 50 plus iPads today. So you don't need to just work for something shiny and new. And when I say you, it's, your team passing that on. All right, number 6, stop underestimating others. I know when I joined in this business, let's see here, don't prejudge. I was so shocked, and I remember that, oh my goodness, the people joining me were ones that I had least expected. I had met Jaime off of a yard sale site, sold her some baby girl clothes, and I'm like, you really want to do this, girl? Really? So, but I didn't, I was like, okay, let's do this. And that set up the stage for me to reach out to other people.